I will work. I will go.
Get there soon enough. Let's go where it is safe. Quick, ready yourselves. Shall I push the button? Perfection.
Hello and welcome everyone to this stream where we are not just going to be doing the bracket of my first ever tournament live. We are going to be talking you through the rules, talking you through the entries, shouting out to the sponsors, and just taking you through the format as well of the latest tournament. The sign up has closed today, so the sign up is firmly shut. And we'll take you through it step by step on when you're supposed to play your games and the entries, the bracket, the rules, everything you need to know. So, without further ado, let's go straight into this. So this is the topic. This is my first ever tournament hosting, and I have called it ExCaL's Blast from the Past tournament. Now, the reason I've called it that, and just to start off with a little bit of history, is back in the old days, so back when 0 Hour started in 2003, what was the common matchup amongst all the competitive players at the time, the Clan War players, the tournament players, was Nuke Mirror. And it's weird to say it, and I don't know why the game was so slow to evolve really, but pretty much every matchup, 1v1, 2v2, would be Nuke Mirror. Eventually Air Force came in, and then GLAs started to get played more, and as I say, I'm talking about Clan War level here, not just quick match or skirmishes, things like that. But yeah, uncanny really how Nuke Mirror was the matchup. So this tournament is dedicated to those times. So that's why we've called it the Blast from the Past tourney. And as I say here in the topic, the rules are very simple. So the matchups in every round, from the first round right up to the final, it's going to be Nuke Mirror in every set. We have got a map pool for you. We will come to that in a second. But before we do, we have got to mention the sponsors who have very graciously supported me in this event, and I'm just going to give them a little shout out as well, just so you guys are aware who they are. And a lot of these figures are sponsors who are supporting many events that we all get to play in, challenges, etc, etc. So of course, big shout out to all the sponsors. So let's go through them first of all. So firstly, Antipro at the top of the list. He has come in early and supported this event. We've got AKA Baloney, Hepsi and Lucifer. Again, 3 more names there like Anti. Those top 4 really are consistent big sponsors in a lot of events, so big shout out to them. Little Nine came in out the blue. I believe he entered the tourney as well as contributing as well to the tournament. Really liked the idea, really wanted to support it, so big shout out to him. I've thrown a little bit down for a special prize, and we'll get to the special prizes and the prize pool distribution in a second. And then we've had a couple of donations as well, one from CNC HD, so thank you for him, and that was to just get us to the nice round figure of $300, and of course from the Russian community as well, which was another interesting bonus prize award, which I'll talk you guys through as well. So the way we've distributed the prize pool, we have essentially rewarded in style the grand finalists of this event. As I say, the sponsorship and the prize pool is still open, so if we get more sponsorships as this tournament is running, we could potentially look to add something for third prize as well. I think the third place final is always something people do find interesting, so that could be something we could add. But at the moment, as I say, it's the grand finalists that are going to be awarded here, and first place will run away with $160, second place with $80. So they are, of course, the big prizes that everyone's going to be gunning for. Now, if we get on to the special prizes, and I thought this would be quite interesting to do to, yeah, encourage all players really, because, you know, like all tournaments, there will be favourites going into it, but I think it's nice just to have these bonus prizes, just to improve, to encourage and motivate people to improve and enter this tournament as well, because this tournament is open. So the first one I've gone for as a special $25 prize is what I've called Best Giant Kill. So what we mean by that, it's for a player beating an opponent in any round, it could literally be the first round, who is deemed a lot stronger than them. So essentially, if we get a shock result, a bit of an upset, that prize, if it is the biggest upset of the tournament, will be going to you. The second one that we've got here is going to go for what I call most improved performance from a player. So that is going to be, even if a player, for example, loses their set, so say they get a very tough opponent first round, but take them to, you know, a decider, for example, and play really, really well, then you could be in with a shout of receiving the most improved performance prize. So that's for someone showing much improved performance in their gameplay during this tournament. And the final one, and I've had direct contact with the Russian community here, is going to be what we call an audience award. And it's Chubey who's donated this by and through the Russian community. I'm in contact with them, and it'll be an award which I will discuss with them, and we'll pick someone out from the tournament, and we'll go through the players in a second, and you'll be receiving an audience award. So it's a little bit of a quirky one, that, but it's also a little bit one of those which anyone can receive. So, you know, don't enter this tournament thinking you've not got a chance of winning something, because you definitely have. So we touched on the format in the introduction, but let's just make it super, super clear. So in every round, game one is going to be Nuke Mirror Tournament Desert, without fail. From there, the loser picks the map, and it alternates from there. So whoever loses game one gets to pick the map. Then game three, you alternate, etc., etc. So you're alternating the map choice. Early rounds are going to be best of 7. So we're not making this the longest sets in the world. I know we can even go up to best of 15 these days. Not going to do that since it's only Nuke Mirror. So early rounds, best of 7. Quarterfinals, semi-finals, which I'm anticipating to be pretty big games when you see who's signed up. They're going to be best of 9s, and the finals are going to be, it's going to be a best of 11. If we move on now to the map pool, so I've picked this, being my tournament. I've picked the map pool here, and let's just go through it. So there's your TD, no bugs, no cars. That is your first map that you're all going to be playing in every round. I've then picked quite a few maps which I think will be very interesting for Nuke Mirror, as well as, I would say, quite popular maps. So we've gone for Snowy Drought, Vendetta, Liquid Gold. Note here, this is the old version, so the original Sand Serpent, so don't confuse that with Sand Scorpion and go playing that. We want you to play on Sand Serpent there. We've got Plant Waste, we've got Desolated District, we've got Deduso, we've got Barren Badlands, one more Blast from the Past map here, North America. Again, I think can lead for interesting games. And your final one is Summer Arena. The rules, as always, normal rules here for most tournaments. Get on your gentle. We do like Fogs of Wars. Upload your replays here. If you don't get your replays, no win. Fair play, etc., etc. I'm not going to bore you with that, but you know the deal. No cheating. Upload your replays, and if you can, get yourself a streamer as well. Now, I've got in bold here. And we agreed on this from the beginning when we came up with the idea, and Antipro supported it. The grand final is going to be streamed by me and Antipro, so as a team, co-casting. And we are expecting and would like live streams mandatory for all of the quarterfinals onwards. So from the quarterfinal stage onwards, we would like live streams. As a heads up, and I haven't heard back just of yet, but I thought it would be quite a nice idea to reach out to the Russian community, and I've offered Blair9 TV to actually stream the grand final as well for the Russian community. And yeah, for the quarterfinals and all the rounds, I would like it to be inclusive of all streamers. So hopefully we can get like the Dominators, the Millards, the Spells, many streamers to stream some of the games in this tournament as well as some of the big ones as well. Dommy might be a bit occupied though because he is an entry and he is a top player. So let's now have a look at the entry because I saw that was a question in chat. So we have been very, very lucky in this tournament. In my first tournament, I have actually reached 64 sign-ups. I wanted to cap it at 64 because the bit that you're all probably waiting for is me fumbling with the bracket, which we have got coming any second. But 64 makes life a lot easier. So we've reached a 64. Sign-ups have closed, but if you, for whatever reason, have been living in a hole and you missed this topic completely, if you want to attempt to sign up, we will put you on a reserve list just in case someone drops out for whatever reason. It can happen. But yeah, I saw the question in chat. We have actually reached 64 entries, and if you look at some of the names here, we have got what is looking to be a very exciting tournament. You've got your SBLs, your Asus, we got your Boykers, you've got your Dominators, and we've got your big massive size as well. So that's it, guys. That is the introduction of the tourney. Nice and simple rules, nice small but hopefully exciting map pool. There's your formats. And what we will be doing in the games arrangement topic is letting you know your deadlines for playing your games. Your first deadline is going to be 9 days, so we're going to take it to the following Sunday. And I'm going to announce this now, and I'm going to say it twice. I'm going to be quite strict on the deadlines, okay? So once it's announced, pay attention, get your games done, get them streamed. Post up your replays because I'm going to be quite strict on that simply because it's not the biggest sets. So we're not looking at, you know, complicated rules and massive sets. It's not hard to fit in a best of 7. Okay, so as I say, pay attention because we do want you to do those games. And as I say, I don't want to have to remove people from the tournament. Alrighty, so that is the list of 64. Now let's get into the bracket. Now, getting into this bracket, I'm going to do the following for this bracket. And what I've decided to do is seed a top 8. And I'm going to take you through what I've decided to do as the top 8 first of all. And then I'm going to essentially randomise. So we've got our wheel prepped and ready here. I'm going to randomise every other player in that bracket. But before we do, I'm going to take you through who I've got as my top 8. So here's my little notepad here. Your big boys top 8. So we want to seed the players here that I would consider are the top 8 entries into this. It's always, I would say, a slightly subjective matter. So that's why I'm going to take you through what I've got as my top 8. So without further ado, my number 1 going into this is your biggest size. So for me, obviously has performed well over a number of years. In recent months is definitely one of the hardest players to beat, 100%. And I've got him as number 1 seed going into this. Also because it is Nuke Mirror, remember. Now size is old school. Like me, we played this a lot in the old days, so I've got him as number 1. My number 2, arguably for some could be your number 1 going into this, is Boyka. The reason I've dropped him down to the 2nd seed is because he's had a tiny little break. He's been playing more of late and already showing that his level is as good as it was before pretty much. He's just got to shake a tiny bit of rust off. But that is going to be my number 2 seed. My number 3, and I would say 3 to 4, 5 or even 6, you know, you can ask different people and they're going to have a different opinion on this. This could be controversial, but I am going with Scuba as my number 3 seed here for a couple of reasons. One, he's been having quite a few good results of late, both in Clan War, in challenges, and in tournaments that he shows up for, so you better show up for this one, Scuba. And as well, I would say China in general is probably his best faction. So Nuke Mirror going into this, I'm having Scuba as my number 3. My number 4 someone who's performed consistently well in tournaments, having good results against a lot of players in challenges and sets as well. I am going for Vivid. Okay, so Vivid is probably that player everybody's thinking he's an expert, yet he hasn't quite got that title yet or that recognition. But he is going to be my number 4 going into this event. My number 5. Dominator. So as I said, this could be something which people say, well, hang on a minute, Domi should be 3rd here, or challenging Boyka maybe. But the reason I've put him 5th is because although he is top player, what I think reduces his playing time a bit is the amount he streams. He's a big streamer and puts an awful lot of time in that, does a lot for the game, so big shout out to Domi. But I've put him in at number 5 seed here, just because I've not seen him in enough 1v1 challenges and tournaments really to say that he at the moment justifies being above Scuba and Vivid. My number 6, and tight call this, and as I say, my number 7 might be upset by this, but if I take his performances over 12 months, might not be winning the popularity contest, but I'm going for Fargo as my number 6 seed. Again, he's an ancient player as well. He's quite an old player. And with it being Nuke Mirror, I am going to put him as my number 6. Yep, so that is my reasoning for it. My number 7, and he might be slightly disappointed, but to be fair, when you see the bracket, it's not going to make a massive difference really where you are in that top 8. It's just an advantage, I would say, to be in that top 8. But my number 7 is going to be Shay. So Shay recently beat Fargo in a challenge, has been spamming a lot more, had a little break because his PC blew up or something. He had some sort of issue, or he was studying, something like that. But on his day is a real problem for any of those top 6, you know, can really give them a good game, if not win the set. So Shay is my number 7. Now, my final seed in this top 8, and there's a lot of contenders here, but I think he 100% deserves the player I'm about to mention here to be in this top 8, and that is SBL. So I think his China's good anyway. So this is Nuke Mirror, but just his China play in general I think is really good. He has actually, in the last quarter, been the 2nd highest in the amount of tournaments he's won. And I think he's shown a real marked improvement as well across the board in all his play. So that is, guys, my top 8 for this tournament. Now, I'll show you what I've done. So we can lose that notepad. We do not want to save to that. And I'll get you over to the bracket now. So don't look at your matches just yet, because these are all about to change. There are only 8 that are set in stone. So I've got my big size, my humbug, Mr. Kenny Viking here at this end of the bracket. So literally at the top of the bracket. Right down at the bottom, I've got my Boy Cat. So Boy Cat is number 2. Okay, based on that seeding. We then, in that same quarter of the bracket, have put in the number 8 seed. So SBL is in that same quarter of bracket as size. And this position and this position are set in stone. As I say, don't look at this yet. This is going to change, all of this. So that is where SBL and size are going to be located. For Boy Cat, he is going to be across from the number 7. So in that quarter, you've got Shay. So Shay and Boyka are going to share that quarter of the bracket. Now let's get to the other 2 quarters of the bracket. So here you've got Dominator in that quarter of the bracket, and you have got Vivid. So 4th and 5th seed are going to share a quarter of the bracket. And that, of course, leaves the final quarter here, Scuba and Fargo. So my top 8 are set in stone. They are seeded in those positions for the bracket. So without further ado, let's take them out of the randomizer. So the rest of it is going to be totally random. So I've got my seeds. I'm going to take those seeds out now. So Dominator, let's get rid of you. Boyka, you're already in. We'll get rid of you. Vivid, you're gone as well. SBL, out. Shay, out. Enormous Size, out. Scubby, out. And who have I missed? Is that all of them? I'll just double check that, because we don't want to be drawing there. So I think that is the top 8 out, isn't it? Ah, and Fargo, there we go. Fargo was the last one. I knew I missed someone. So we've taken Domi out, we've taken Fargo out, we've taken Size and Boyka out, we've taken Vivid, we've taken SBL, and we've taken Shay. So that leaves the rest of the entries. So we've got your Wraiths, your Denses. That is the rest of you. Asus was a shout for the top 8, but he's gone a bit of inactive of late. But of course, good players in here. Firelord, another one, good player. Marakar, Humanity, Taz. So we've got some really good entries in here. Peace Lover, Roll. So there you go. So what we're going to do now, we're going to randomize it, and I'm going to draw people out of that wheel, and we are going to insert them in one at a time right the way through until we have completed the bracket. So I've got to pay attention here. I'll check my Discord, just check if I'm making mistakes. Zoom in a bit, says Wraith. Bit late for that now, son. Alright, so let's get into the first draw. So let's draw it. I'm sure this is one which players don't want. So whoever gets this is going to face up against Big Size. So are we ready? Drum roll. Let's give it a spin. Ooh, Kiltol. Okay, so Kiltol is going up against the Big Size. So Kiltol needs to go into slot 64. So I was shown how to do this. This is the interesting bit. So firstly, let's find Kiltol. There he is. And we got to drag him down to 64. There we go. So have a look at that for techie skills. So that is our first draw in the bracket. So Kiltol going up against the Big Size. He's probably thinking, thanks for that. We shall remove the Kiltol. Alrighty, next draw. Ooh. Ooh, Peace Lover. Just Peace Lover. So that is a tasty side of the bracket. So Peace Lover, I need to get into slot 32. And he will be playing Size, potentially Size, in that second round. So that is a tasty one. So let's get Peace Lover into slot 32. Don't know if there's a lag here with the website. I'll be looking for him. So he's actually 15 Peace Lover at the moment. Okay. I'm not sure why. Ah, there we go. Something happening there. Well, there is another way I can do this if the participants don't want to load. I don't know why that is not quite working. If that's not going to work that way, then we can do it the old-fashioned way. And that's to drag them up. Oops, we moved Dominator. We don't want to move Dominator. Put Dominator back. And we'll get Peace to here. And then we'll get him all the way up to there. Alright, so that was not ideal. I don't know why it's not letting me get on the participant list, but there we go. So Peace Lover is allocated. All right, so next draw. So we will have the opponent of Peace Lover in the first round. It is going to be... Ooh, Marikar. That is tasty. That is tasty. This is a good sign. The the challenge back end fetch failed. That's good stuff there. Let's see if we can get our list back. We have. Okay. Good old challenge. Oh, so Popo is actually... It was nearly going to be Popo, ironically. Okay, so we need Marikar in slot 33. Oh, my bracket. Don't know what's happened here. My participants have disappeared. But I'm looking for Marikar. Where was Marikar? He's all the way down here. That's a big drag to do. Marikar, you are going against Peace Lover. Nice, nice. Okay, so our first two matches are set. All right, let's carry on. So you have been removed. And we have... It looks like it's going to be Radar. It is Radar. So Radar is going to slot nicely in there. Let's see if we can find the Radar. There he is. So Radar is number 5. We are going to move you up into the third matchup. All right, and Radar's opponent will be... The Prodigy. Good band. Band from actually where I live, the same town I live in. So the Prodigy is going to be going up against Radar. Ah, and that's handy. The Prodigy happens to be just below. So we can move Prodigy into that slot there. A little bit slow. I think it's doing it. This does seem to be working. There could be something up with the challenge website here. Not entirely sure why that is not quite moving yet. Nope, still hasn't moved. So while challenge is getting over itself, we'll just have a quick recap here. So we've got Size against Killtoll, Peace and Marikar. We'd like a stream of that as well. Both of these for the first round. Radar and he has now moved. Radar and the Prodigy. Right, let's carry on from here. Just need to give it a moment, I guess, to figure itself out. All right, so next set is going to be Ramirez, by the look of it. It is. Ramirez is going to go into slot 17. Let's find the Ramirez. Let's find the Ramirez. There he is. So Ramirez is going to go all the way up into slot 17. So you go in there. Very nice. And it did it first time. That's what we like to see. Remove, and your opponent will be Willie and your mum gamer. Eugenie Madara is going to be the opponent of Ramirez. So where is Eugenia Madara? There he is. We need to move you into slot 48. So Eugenia Madara, you are going up into slot 48. You are in there. There you go. He's in there. Slot 48. All right. Set number 5. Let's get this down. We're moving now. We're moving. We'll remove you. Suzuki, you are versus Ramirez. It is Shaka Laka Boom into slot number 8. So where is Shaka? We are looking. There he is. So we are moving the Shaka up to slot number 8. There he goes. And nicely in. There he is. His opponent will be, let's find it out. Shaka, you have been selected, and your opponent will be... It's gonna be Kamur. Okay, so Kamur is gonna face Shakalaka Boom in the first round, and there is Kamur. So we need to move Kamur up to slot 57. So up we go, up we go, up we go, and you are going there. All right, so this is now going to conclude the first quarter of the bracket, and we are now searching for the player that is going to face against our top 8 seed, and that's going to be SBL. So Kamar has been removed. What has happened to my Wheel of Fortune? Let's copy and paste all these names in case something breaks down here. We might need to refresh, so I'm going to copy and paste that. Is that going to work for me? It's really bugged out there, to be honest. Okay, so Seriously Serious is going to play against SBL. I'm going to refresh this page because that looked really buggy. So Seri against SPL is your first round. So where is Seriously Serious? There he is. We need to move him up to face SPL. There he is. Slot 25. And he's in. That's the first quarter done. So let's just remove Seri. Let's refresh this page because that's looking worse for wear. That really is looking worse for wear. I don't know what's happened with that. Maybe someone in chat can tell me what the earth has happened there. I don't know why that has bugged out. We'll still get the names, but it's looking really dodgy. But anyway, let's recap the first quarter of the bracket. So we've got Size against Kiltol, Peace against Marikar, Radar against Prodigy, Ramirez against Madara, Chakalaka Boom, Kamar, Seriously Serious or Seri against SPL. Let's get into our second quarter. I'm just going to go with it because the names are still coming out. So everything seems to be okay. It's just that the image itself's gone a bit weird. Okay. And we have Popo. Popo is going to go into slot 9. Where is the Popo? I saw him earlier. There he is. Popo, you are coming up into slot number 9. You are in there. I did drag you there. Are you thinking about it? Should we try that again? Okay. He's not gone there yet. We shall try to drag the Popo one more time. So we are dragging, we are up, and we are going to plop you on top of the Mr. X. We do not want Mr. X there yet. We want the Popo there. Alright, let's give Wraith a call. He is the techie assistant while we're trying to get Popo into position. We shall try and get the Popo into position. There he is. Okay, so while that is figuring out, I think Wraith is in the call. I'm happy to share my screen with the Wraith. So what we have got going on here, Wraith, is a very fuzzy Wheel of Fortune there. Joker says try Control F5. Okay, we'll try Control F5. Nope, that didn't work. Who has seen this before? That is definitely very interesting. I just want to check I got Popo into position. Popo has not moved yet. We need Popo to move. Come on, Popo, you are being stubborn. Let's get Popo. It was all going so smoothly. You vultures in the chat were waiting for my techie failure. Popo has finally moved. There we go. And Popo has been removed. Let's see what Wraith has to say about himself. He says, the names can you send? I can send the names. So we will send the remaining names to the Wraith. See what he can do about that. Joker says, tried, didn't work. We are a little bit having a stream delay here. So we'll see if we can get the techie department to... Wraith is maybe making a new wheel, because I've totally shattered, broken, wrecked, and literally destroyed the current spinny wheel. The names are still coming out okay, so we're still alright so far, but it's not looking the best. It is not looking the best. Look at the Wraith. The Wraith is working overtime here. Look at this. Look at this man go. I think he is making us a new wheel, guys. Look at that. That looks like a new wheel. We might be in business. We might be replacing the wheel we have got. Try Alt F4, says Nickname. Yeah, yep. Well, while Wraith is doing that, let's get Popo's opponent from the broken Wheel of Fortune. So, Popo's opponent will be... Is that looking like a Buka? There you go, called it. Even from a broken wheel, I could see that. So Abuka is going to be up against the Popo. So let's get Abuka nicely set and facing Popo. There he goes. And they've nicely gone into position. Wraith is typing a message. That is a good sign. That is a good sign. Your screen is working. Yes. Resetting cache. Copy, name, close tab, reopen. Okay, we've got a few options here. Let's remove this. Let's copy this then. They've said close that. And let's maybe try another tab, see what happens. There we go. We're up in business. We are up in business. The techie department is on it. I shall hang up on Wraith. Sorry about that. But we are all good. We are fixed. Okay, the techie department is on it. All right, so let's get back to where we were. So we are now choosing the opponent to face Scuba in the first round. So this is probably one you want to avoid, one of the favourites, the top 3C. Let's see who it's gonna be. So did we remove Abuka there? I think we did, didn't we? We did. Here we go. To face Scuba, it is gonna be... Ooh, dodged a bullet there, Firelord. It's Like My Pineapple is going up against Scuba. Now, this could be a blessing in disguise, because you never know, Scuba might not show up. So you might get a free pass. So it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, Like My Pineapple. Yeah, okay, so it might not be the worst thing for you there. Okay. Alrighty. So let's now have a look what we are doing. So we shall remove Pineapple from the bracket. And let's carry on. So we are now going to be having a look at our bracket. It's looking nice. It's looking nice. Yeah, is that correct there? I'm just thinking, is that correct? That's not correct. Scuba should not be there, should he? I think I moved Scuba by accident earlier. I think I did. Let's just confirm that. Size. SBL. I think something's happened here. with my seeds. But let's continue the randomizer and then I'll put the seeds where they need to be. So this is Dominator. He should definitely be here. Hang on a minute, hang on a minute. Something's happened with my seeds. Something has definitely happened with my seeds. Yeah, my seeds have moved, guys. My seeds have moved. Where has my Boyka gone? What is my Boyka doing here? I think that was with the participant changing. They all seem to reset themselves. So I need to put my seeds back where they belong. So Boyka was here. And Shay should be there. That is correct. That is correct. Now, let's just confirm this. So Boyka, Shay, size SBL, that is okay. Scuba should not be here. This is the mistake. Scuba should not be there. So why did Scuba end up there? He should be in the same quarter as Fargo, and we've got Vivid here. There has definitely been, let's check chat. Nickname says he's not the best techie die. Yeah, there's definitely been a movement of my bracket for some reason, which is naughty, naughty. So we'll do this in quarters. So we had our top 8 in quarters. So we had size and SBL in a quarter, didn't we? So actually SBL should be there. Why is Scuba there? I'm going to have to swap that over. Scuba should not be here, so we may have to redraw this one here. Dominator in this next quarter, that is correct. He should be having Vivid here. So why has Vivid moved? Vivid should be in there. That is correct. Fargo's in the right place. Now Scuba should be here. Why has Scuba moved? Naughty Scuba. You have moved, Scuba. Okay. Now that I think is correct. My experts are in the right place. So I'm going to do the drop and drag because I think maybe the participant change maybe mess things up. But my experts are in the right place. So what I'm going to do now is redraw for Seri's opponent. So Seri's probably taking a sigh of relief here because he thought he was up against the big SBL. So let's now draw Seri's opponent. So Seri is going to be facing Red Baron. That is correct. Okay. Red Baron, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. So we are bringing you up to face Seriously Serious. That is all correct. We drew Pineapple for that bracket. Good. We have now sorted that quarter of the bracket. Let's carry on. And we are going to now find the big Dominator's opponent. Okay. So very, very nice. This is set 9. So this is going to be the opponent of Dominator. Ooh, it's one of our sponsors, and it is Little 9 is going in to face the big Dominator in that first round. Tough one, that. Super tough opponent for the first round. Ouch. But I'm sure will be good games. Okay, let's carry on. Nick Syme says this is exactly going how I expected. And I prepared so well as well. It's such a shame. Okay, so Magical is going to go in to slot 29. Where is the Magical? You are making me laugh, nickname. Where is the Magical? We want you in slot 29. There he is. And he's going to go up into slot 29. Let's find out who Magical's opponent will be. Let's remove Magical. All my techie helpers are having their heads in their hands right now. We're doing okay, we're doing okay. So Staz is going up against the Magical. That's quite a tasty first round as well, that. So where is the Staz? Staz. Where is he? There he is. So Staz, you are moving up to face the magical. Alrighty. Right, set 11. Let's do it. Set 11. Player 1 is gonna be Sharon. Okay. Sharon is going into slot 13. There he is. There he is. There he is. You are going into slot 13, and your opponent will be nearly had humanity, but he ends up with CNC HD. So Cat and Cat HD is going to be the opponent of Sharon in set 11. There we go. Nice. It's working for me now. It's working for me. Set 12. Our number 1 player from the Ukraine, it is Asus, is going to be in slot 20. So where is Asus? Owen Cover, aka Asus, is going into set 12, and his opponent will be unleashed by a literal millimeter. Nearly went into the yellow there, but it's going to be unleashed facing Owen Cover in the first round. We are on to set 13. We are racing through it now. Wraith is asking for Lucifer. And it's going to be, it is Dudash, who's going to be in set 13. So Dudash, where are you? There you are. You are going into set 13. Dudash's opponent will be... I'm having some naughty comments in the chat here. Millard got it. Yeah, Millard got it. Alrighty, so where was I? Dudash, your opponent will be... Just missed Lucifer Arise there. It will be Zer de Zieg. Okay, Zer de Zieg is going up against the Dudash. Okay, interesting first round. Where is Zer de Zieg? There he is. Zer de Zieg, we move you up slightly and you shall face the Dudash. There you go. Okay, and you are leaving the Wheel of Fortune. Let's carry on. It is the Big Nike, old school player. Certainly knows his nuke mirror. He is going to go into slot 28. So where is the Nike? There he is. Let's move him up into slot 28. Right, so Nike's opponent will be... So facing Nike, oh, it is literally a battle from 2008. It is Rengo against Nike in the first round. Wow, that is definitely going back in time. So Rengo, we are moving you up, my amigo, and you shall be facing Nike in set 14 there, in the bracket 14. Right, Rengo, you leave the Wheel of Fortune. Let's find out what bracket 15 has to offer. And it is going to be Mr. Call Me Sam is going into slot 12. So there's Call Me Sam. You are going into slot 12. And you shall leave the bracket. See you later. Oh, look at that, Wraith. That is some good stuff. Quality stuff going on there. So let's try the Millie method. And the Millie method is start again. There we go, there we go. Millie's on it, Millie's on it. And, okay, Call Me Sam's opponent will be... the Gozgoz. Mr. Gozgoz is going to be facing Call Me Sam in the first round. So where is the Gozgoz? Where is he? There he is. So we shall be moving Gozgoz up into set 15 there to face off against Call Me Sam. Now, next opponent is going to be facing up against one of our big seeds, our big players in this tournament, and that is the Vivid. So I'm sure people want to miss this draw. So whoever gets this now is facing up against the Vivid. Let's give it a spin. Ooh, and Cyan Spider is going up against the big Vivid. So Cyan Spider, that's a tough round, but remember the bonus prizes. Get yourself a giant kill, and that would be a very big giant kill if you get through the Vivid. So we shall remove the Cyan Spider. Alrighty, so that we are now moving on to our next quarter of the bracket, and we have another seed there, and that is the Fargo. So who will be facing the Fargo? Let's find out. It is Cheddar Bro is going to be going up against Fargo. That nearly went over Lucifer Arise for a second there. But Cheddar Bro, you are going up, my bro, against the Fargo. Yeah, so get yourself a giant kill. Put in a cracking performance. Take down the Fargo. So we shall remove you from the wheel. We shall recap the whole bracket at the end, so don't worry guys if you've missed your draw. The Mr. X, okie dokie, so Mr. X is going to go in slot 31. So Mr. X, where are you? There you are. Let's drag and put you into slot 31. Alrighty, and your opponent will be... Mr. Air Z. So Air Z, you are going to face the Mr. X in your first round. So where is Air Z? There he is. We move you up and you face Mr. X. We remove you. We carry on. Ah, good player being drawn here for the first round. So Crybaby is going into slot 15 there, which is bracket 19. And his opponent will be... Dark 9. So Dark 9 facing off against Crybaby. So Dark 9, where are you? Where are you? There you are. Oh, you're already there. Very nice, Dark 9. You almost deserve a prize for being where you are supposed to be in the bracket without even being drawn there. Very professional. Okay, we move on. It is Humanity. Another granny gamer, another dinosaur from the past. So Humanity is going to go into slot 18. And Humanity's opponent will be... the Fast Air. So Humanity, Hummy, as he is known, is going up against Fast Air in the first round. So Fast Air, where are you? There you are. So Fast Air, we shall drag you up. We shall put you in against Humanity. There we go. We move on. We're racing through this draw now. We're racing through it. And it is the big roll, the biggest of rolls, the Knight of Jordan. He is now drawn into slot number 7, that is bracket 21. And his opponent will be... the Tekken. Okay, so the Tekken is going up against the Knight of Jordan in round 1. So that is your opponent. That is set 21. We move on. We have Prince Kassad himself going into slot 28. So the Kassad, there he is going to be moved up into slot there, which is going to be bracket 22. And his opponent will be the cat of all cats. It is Erosa Chan going up against the Kassad. So the cat army against Prince Kassad himself. That is a tasty round 1 there. Very juicy. Would definitely like a stream of that. We move on. How are we doing? We're doing very well. We move on. It is the Dents, it is indeed. So Dents is going to be slotted into number 10 here, that is bracket 23. And his opponent will be again a very tasty first round. So Meti is going to head off against the Dents, and Meti happens to already be there. Excellent, very, very nice. Okay, so Meti shall be removed. Right, we are now drawing against one of our seeds. So this Wheel of Fortune spin will go up against the Scuba, and it might just be a free pass for you. You never know. It is our free-for-all improving player. It is the Goldfish going up against the Scuba. So Goldfish goes in against the Scuba. And that is the completion of our 3rd quarter of the bracket. So just the last quarter to draw now. And of course, in each end of these quarters, we do have a seed. And the seed here is going to be Shay. So we are now drawing the opponent of Shay. And it's gonna be Anti-Pro by a whisker. So Anti-Pro is going up first round against the Shay. Very, very tough first round that. So we've moved Anti and we should take him out of the draw. Okay, we got some interesting names to draw still in the hat. The Gando, is that short for Gandalf? But we have Gando coming in into slot 30. Remove. And his opponent will be the Apocalypse. Okay, so Apocalypse is gonna head into bracket 26, facing off against Gando. We continue. Flame Ori has been drawn. Okay, so Flame Ori, you are going to be, but you're actually in the bracket we need you to be in anyway, so we shall find out your opponent. Your opponent is Sir Den. So Sir Den against Flame Ori in bracket 27. So there we go. We continue. We have, is it going to be Machiavelli? I think it is. It is Machiavelli. He's going to go into bracket 28. And his opponent will be Bogom Dani. So from our Russian community, you are going to be heading off, and he is already in position against the Machiavelli. So that is that set there for that first round. We continue. Some interesting names left still in the hat. We got Big Tasmani, we got Firelord. It is going to be the Firelord. Okay, so Firelord is going into set 29 there. There he is. And his opponent shall be it is the Simon de Molière facing off against the Firelord in bracket 29. Okay, we still have yet to find an opponent for the big Boyka. So let's remove Molière from the hat and let's complete our remaining sets. It is one of the sponsors of our event. It is Lucifer Arise checking in into bracket 30. So there is Lucy. And he shall be going up against oh, it's a tough first round draw for Lucifer Arise. It is Big Tasmani going up against Lucifer in that first round. So not many names left to draw. Tazzy gets removed. So I think these players want to be picked now because they don't want to face the big Boyka, and Wraith just about avoids Boyka in the first round. So Wraith, he's already there, will be going up against either HYD or Now. Let's find out who. It's gonna be Now. Okay. So Now is going to be moved up, which of course means that the opponent of Boyka, he is left there on his own. We'll give him a spin anyway so he doesn't feel left out. It is HYD Bexez facing off against the massive Boyka in round 1. So there he is. So let's give you a lowdown of that bracket one more time. So we have the big size against the Kiltol. We have Peace Lover versus Maracar. Two very tasty first rounds there. We have Radar against Prodigy. We have Ramirez against Madara. We have Shakalaka Boom against Kamor. We have Seri against Red Baron. Popo versus Abuka. Pineapple facing off against the SBL. That's the first quarter. And there are 2 seeds. We then have Dominator against Lil 9. We have Magical versus Staz. We have Sheeran versus Cat and Cat HD. We have Asus against Unleashed. We have Dudash against Zerdazik. We have Nike versus Rengo. And we have Call Me Sam against Gogos. And our other quarter completed here, Vivid against Cyan Spider. And that is half of the bracket. We then have Fargo against Shudderbra. I'll see there. We have Mr. X against AZ. We have Crybaby against Dark 9. Humanity versus Fast Air. Roll versus the Tekken. Kassad versus Arosa Chan. Dense against Meti. Goldfish against Scuba. That is another quarter completed with our seed there checking in at the bottom of that quarter. And the final quarter, Shay against Antipro. Gando against Apocalypse. Cerdan against Flameori, Machiavelli against Bogdani, Firelord Molière, Lucifer versus Taz, Now versus Wraith, and HYD against the Boyka. So that is your bracket, guys. That will be posted with a game arrangement topic for you as well, so you can get your games organised. You will have 9 days, but the The dates will be posted for your rounds to complete those rounds. We've looked at the rules. Now, just before I let you go and sign you off, I have a little advert for you guys. And I'm just going to get the link up for me here on the screen. So this is something just to pay attention to. Game replays. We've got a World Builder Contest 2021 here. What is happening? It is the Game Replays hosting its very first World Builder Contest. So if you are a mapper, this is your chance to get yourself together, give us some painting skills, and see what we've got for you with a prize. Easy here. Anyone can join in if you can make a map. Even you, Wraith, I think you could make a map. How do you sign up? All the info's here. You got different types of maps that are allowed. 1v1, 2v2. How will the maps be showcased? We've got streamers ready for you to give those maps to, so we can have a look at those on stream, get some matches played, see what's going on. We've got a panel of judges there that are going to rate your maps. Yeah, so we've got a nice little panel for you there to sort that out. And here's the, if you like, the important bit, the prize pool. So aka Baloney, he is sponsoring this. And of course, something you can check out, the more detailed rules of what's going on. But there you go. That is the Game Replays World Builder Contest. I will actually put that link in the map section of my Discord if you want to check that out a little bit more. But there we have our draw. As I say, that bracket will go up live on the forum as well. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry for the little technical hitch that we had, but we knew we were going to have one, didn't we? Because it is me doing the techie, but we recovered it. So I hope you enjoy playing in my tournament. I'm looking forward to watching some epic games. Let's get as many matches as we can streamed, and I look forward to seeing all you guys in your games with those nuke mirrors. So thanks for joining me. I shall see you next time on another stream. Take care. See you later.
I will work. I will go.